Hey y'all, it's me Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. So I read a manga that I really enjoyed. This is not my first manga by this author, but it's been like the first one in probably a couple of years. Remina by Junji Ito. Just look at this cover. It is gorgeous. One thing I like about a lot of his stuff, it is hardback and the paper's good quality, and a lot of mangas, like, I just wish they would come in hardback form, especially like omnibus, which I know this isn't really an omnibus. It's just only a 6-chapter series. But man, like, manga companies, you need to follow this. It's gorgeous. And I also love the fact that there's no dust jacket. It's just printed straight on there. So, what is this about? Alright, so they discovered a planet that obviously is from a different universe altogether, and the scientists that discovered it named the planet after his daughter Remina. They get basically a lot of clout, but when this planet wants to attack them, and honestly, before I go too far into this, you're not going to enjoy this, I don't think, if you can't suspend your disbelief. You're just going to have to do that. This story is weird. It's a cosmic horror. You're going to have to suspend your disbelief because it's really silly. And I've read other Junji Ito books or series, and he does go into more depth than this. But I think this was just meant to be fun and spooky and scary. So, anyways, the planet literally has an eye and a tongue and decides to spin the earth around with some licks, go really like creepy with the eye thing. It freaks everybody out. It would freak me out if I saw this. But because they kind of got into the eye, like the public eye, like the scientist and his daughter, they assume it has to be their fault, and obviously it's not. So they decide that they had to burn the scientist, and they do their best to burn Remina. Fortunately, she kind of got out of this, and this makes a lot of commentary on religion, more in particular like Christianity. Not any particular sect, just Christianity in general. The artwork is gorgeous. This is a fun story. I liked the homeless man she runs into because she's trying to run away from the mob, and he's like, "Who are you? Why are you in my place?" And then they try to burn him too because there's just a mass hysteria. And you know, sometimes when things happen, people go primitive, they go wild, they go crazy, and you're just like, who in their right mind would act like this? But honestly, people do. And I liked how, like, this is part of the suspense of disbelief. Honestly, if you were to like rotate the earth too fast, you know, gravity would be messed up. And they're flying from Japan over, like, I guess West Asia, over Africa, over South America, and they're like, oh, we just flew over South America. Stuff like that. It's like, it's fun. Like, it's not meant to be taken seriously. And if you need a serious story, as I mentioned earlier, this is not for you. But it's a lot of fun. Is this my favorite one that he's written? No. But there was one that I read that's beloved a little bit more that I kind of thought, ooh, with. Like, I didn't hate it, but I'm like, why is this particular story so popular? And he doesn't use a ton of words. Like, some mangas are more text heavy than others. This one's not. This is honestly the first cosmic horror or anything that I've really read. And I didn't realize cosmic horror was like a genre of horror, but I mostly wanted to read this because I just like the cover. That's the tongue, which makes it creepier, right? There's a couple of spots where you see like the tongue a little bit more close up, but most of them that far away. And this is like the homeless dude, and the story's very fast paced. Like I said, it's only 6 chapters. He wastes no time at all. And there's more cross imagery. And I do think relating it to religion was kind of a smart idea. and there is more tongue. Like, I just think this is fun. I don't have a ton to say about this because this is not a very in-depth story, but I just wanted to give it some love. I mean, I have seen a couple of good things said about this, but I've seen a lot more people disappointed, and I think it's because they read like Tomy or something and just think everything needs to be more in depth than this is. I do think one thing I do find weird is after everybody tries to kill her, like the ones who aren't trying to kill her are all just magically in love with Remina, and she's kind of a boring person, and it's just like all this crazy mad obsession. I'm just like, huh? But you know, he's done that in a couple of his stories, and I in particular am not like a huge fan of it, except for like when it was about like a celebrity, and just everything about this is great. You know, they end up in space, away from everything, and the way the homeless man and Remina kind of react to each other in very few words, I enjoyed it. You know, he didn't abandon her. He's like, we're gonna die regardless. They see me with you, they're gonna try to kill me too, so let's just get out of this. And you know, he tries to help a family, and it's great. So guys, I know that was super short, but I just wanted to give some love to this. And if there's anything you'd like to see me talk about, manga, books, comics, even movies or TV shows, let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you next time. Bye!